We take the doors and we're just going to cut around the whole outside just to get rid of everything. And then you'll just go ahead and do all of the scoring. And then you can cut them out individually and then use the tape and affix it to the wall. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut out the wall. If you have a ruler, go ahead and use a ruler. If you don't, that's okay. This process really isn't that important to be as straight, just because the texture matches up on the actual wall. So if you're off just a little bit, it's not going to make much of a difference. It is important, however, to make sure your scoring is correct, because that is what is going to make your folds perfect and allow it to go around a square wall. So now we have this cut out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do all of our scoring. Now the scoring on the doors and the windows, they are a little bit wider than the actual wall itself. That makes it so it can slide right over top. So I'm just going to go ahead, and if you do have a ruler, this would be the time to use it. Otherwise, just you have to be very cautious. Now this dotted line underneath the bottom of the door is pretty thick. What you want to do is go to the outside part of that dotted line. So I'm going to start there on the outside part of that dotted line and just go ahead and score all the way down. Now remember, don't push too hard on this. Now the thing about doing the scoring on these doors and windows is that you want to give yourself as much playroom as possible so it slides right over top of the wall. So now I'm going to go, there's a dotted line here in the center. I'm going ahead and score that all the way down. And the second part. And the final part. Now this part, again, the dotted line is bigger. Go ahead and do it to the far edge, farthest away from the bottom of the door. Okay, so now I've scored everything. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut out each individual wall. So we'll just do the one right here. Okay, so now that you have, I'm just going to get rid of the rest, and I have the one. I have it cut out. I've already done my scoring. In fact, I've done all the scoring on the whole wall. So really, it should bend, and you should actually be able to fix the whole thing on the outside of the wall. But it just makes it easier. Then you can just go ahead and cut out each individual wall, each individual door. So now what you do is you take your wall, and you take your door piece, and you're going to just lay it over top and make your folds. Now really they should, if you've done it correctly, it should fold right over top and everything should work perfectly, just like that. Now the thing is, on the bottom, it's not going to completely go to the edge. Okay, it's not going to completely go to the edge. It's going to be somewhere in here, depending on where your cuts are. So what you're going to do is you're going to put it over top, grab a small piece of tape, maybe about 1 inch in size, okay, and take that piece of tape and put it on the back side of this QuickQuests logo here, right at the base. Okay. Put your piece over top, put this flap down first, and then just take and align it up. And now don't make it too tight, that's the problem. You don't want to make it tight. And then, bingo, you have your sliding door to put it wherever you need it to be